So when you deliver at the hospital, the nurses in the maternity ward, they give you a lot of take-home goodies to help you along the first couple of weeks. I got a lot of stuff, and I'm going to show you what I got. I've seen this. I've done this 4 times in the last couple of days. I filmed this with my daughter, with Sol. I wanted her in the video so badly, but she, it didn't work out. I didn't like it after watching it. Every time I didn't like it. I couldn't get it to work. It was either too blurry, out of focus. The baby was trying to get my attention a whole lot. There was one video that was so great. She was so funny. Her personality was shining, but that's the one that I was really blurry in, and I had to delete it. So I know what's in here already. And I'm happy I do, because there's some things here that I can still use. Anyhow, so this is the first thing, and it is a Covidian Curity maternity pads, so Kotex. I'm gonna show them to you. I hope it doesn't offend you. They do not have wings. I don't like that, because I wear white underwear, 100% cotton, Hanes, regular underwear. I'm sensitive, and I need it to be as simple and clean as possible. Anyhow, this is what you get. I actually I didn't give birth vaginally, but I had a cesarean, and what they did to me after the cesarean was push down on my stomach to get the blood to flow out of me, as much blood as possible, which was, to me, I didn't know they do that. I still haven't had the conversation with the women that I know that have had a cesarean, if they did that to them, if they had that procedure done. But for me, they squeezed my belly and got a lot of blood out. And after that, I was bleeding lightly, and I used some of these. Obviously, I didn't even need to finish the pack. The bleeding didn't last very long. Next up is something that is very useful. Actually, I know there are 2 in here. Let me try and pull them out at the same time, because there are lots of things in here that duplicate themselves. Anyhow, these are ASP Medical Non-Skid Patient Slippers, double tread, and this one is in blue and this one is in tan. I'm tanned right now, kind of matches me. Anyhow, so these are really useful. They're nice and thick and comfortable. I used to love being barefoot in my home. Like, after I clean the floor, it's wood floor, especially on a crisp morning, I would love to be barefoot. But throughout the years, my feet have gotten even skinnier. They've always been skinny, but they like have no muscle or meat now. It's like all bones, and they're tender, and so I need support all the time. And sometimes I wash my chanclas, my slippers, in the washing machine, and I won't have anything to walk around with, because I don't like to wear my socks around the house. Anyway, so these are useful for that reason. Next up is ASP Medical Baby Wipes, Unscented, Aloe plus Lanolin. I don't think I've ever... Oh yeah, they're used. Look at that. I opened them. They're still wet. I didn't remember using these, but I guess I needed them. I would give you a warning. Lanolin comes from wool, and I'm a new parent. I'm new to all of this. My baby has eczema. Sol has eczema, and her dermatologist, who she started seeing about 3 months ago, told me that lanolin is not good for her. It's not good for kids with eczema, and I had no idea. And her pediatrician was recommending things with lanolin. So if you find that your baby has anything, for example, like skin condition, dermatologist, your pediatrician will try their best to talk you out of it. But you have to just go with your gut and take them to the specialist, because you save time, you save energy, you save money, and you save your baby from a lot of pain. Moving on, we have a few packs of Comfort Gel Scented Use Hydrogel Pads for breastfeeding mothers. I am a breastfeeding mother, and this was meant to be, I think, you know, I think they told me to put it in the fridge and get it cold and put it on my nipples when they ached, which they ached a lot in the beginning. The first 2 weeks of breastfeeding was a lot of pain, because your nipples become dry and cracked and they bleed, and you still have to feed the baby. So you have an open scab pretty much in your nipple, and the baby gets hungry and you got to put her on it. Even if you pump, it's still very painful. I pumped and I fed her directly from my breast. It was painful those 2 weeks, but I really didn't use anything that they gave me for my nipples, because John had already jumped on Amazon way before I gave birth and bought me all these little things that he thought I might need. He went on YouTube and saw videos. I forgot her name. She was really helpful. I think her name starts with a Sarah. I subscribe to her now because of that. Anyway, I'll put her up here, but she said all her favorites and things like that. And I think she mentioned the nipple cream, and I actually think it has lanolin, funny enough. But I already had nipple cream and all that stuff. John had done the job and looked it up. We have a few of these AER 40 Pre-Moistened Witch Hazel pads. Uses: temporary relief of anal itching and burning. And I'm guessing that this is for people that give birth vaginally, and sometimes you can tear through to the anus. So I have a few of these. I never even opened them. I wonder how I can use them now. I'm gonna look up uses for witch hazel. I have so many of these bottles. These are custom feed bottle, breast milk storage bottle with cap by the brand Abbott. So that's the bottle there, and that's the lid that you see, that white part. I have a lot of these. At the hospital, they give you a breast pump. Like it's really cruel the way they did it for me, at least. They force you to breastfeed right away. It's very militant. It feels like you better breastfeed. You have to breastfeed, and they shove the baby's head in your breast, and you're like crying, and you got all these things on you. Well, I did. I had like all these needles, and I was bruised up, and it was a mess. But they like enforced it heavy-handed, and I feel like I wasn't my own advocate because I was just too like in a haze. Anyhow, they give you a breast pump. Mandela is a brand. They let you borrow it, and you start pumping right away, and you get like drops. I got drops the first few days, and you store it in here, and then they keep it for you in the fridge, in their fridge. I have a few packs of this. This is yeah, I have 4 of these. This is Cardinal Health Perennial Cold Pack Instant, and the directions are to fold it, shake it, apply it, and then dispose of it. You are supposed to put this in the affected area. I think that this again is something that maybe goes in between your legs if you have discomfort and pain from giving birth. I never used them. I never had to. Also, I'm really cautious sometimes about things. Next up are these little cups that look like mouthwash cups. They gave me some kind of liquid. I forgot what it is. It's probably still in the fridge because when I got home I put it in the fridge because she told me put it in the fridge, keep it cool, and pour some in here and apply it to your nipple when they crack and bleed, when they're aching. I never did that. I don't know why, but I cleaned the fridge a few times throughout the year, so I probably got rid of it. Or maybe not. If it's still there, I'm going to write it on the screen what it's called. A bunch of bottles again. This here I have, this is by the brand Lancino, and they are, it doesn't say, it's just complimentary. Okay, it doesn't really say what it is, but I can tell by the shape that these are the pads for inside your bra because you leak a lot of milk. And then you get wet spots in your t-shirt. I actually bought this in advance because my friend Delasia, shout out to you, boo, she gave birth a year prior to me, and she told me the basics of what I would need, and I got those, but I never use them. And sometimes in the street I'll have the 2 wet spots. I just forget, to be honest with you. Next up is a Lancino breast milk storage bag, pre-sterilized, medical grade. I didn't use this. I pump and I put it directly in her bottle, and then I'll put it in the fridge. And I'll have like 7 bottles in the fridge at one time. So I have enough for a day or 2. I never pumped enough for, like, some women pump and they get like for weeks and months. That's amazing. I don't like pumping. I stopped pumping months ago. So right now she just gets breast to mouth all the time. So we have Cardinal Health Hot Pack, Instant Hot Pack. So this is really useful for me now because I There's a few of these in here because I have pain and it's been raining. It's, you all know, with Ida hitting everybody a little bit. And my legs hurt when it rains. And so warmth helps the pain go away. So I'll be using these going forward for that. When I was little, and I've had this pain related to the rain as long as I can remember. So when I was really little, my mom, who I slept with, would put my legs in between her thighs, and she's a thick woman, and so the warmth instantly made me feel better. That doesn't belong in there. My baby probably did that by accident. This is Mandela storage milk bottle again, and these are a bunch of nipples that you get for the bottles. They come wrapped up, but in doing this video 4 times, like I said, I took it out the wrapper to give to the baby so she can play with it when she became annoyed and wanted something to play with. You get a few of these blue bulb syringes, all-purpose aspiration irrigation. I used this on Sol once or twice successfully. I don't like it though. To get her boogies out, I put her in a steamy bathroom, and then I'll rub her nose, like rub gently, and then get the boogie out and, you know, wipe it away. I've never had like such a congested situation where I have to use that. So I have a few of those. I'm going to donate them. This here is Anchor Dry. That's what it's called. Anchor Dry water resistant barrier is designed as a single-use product to keep your surgical site dry while showering. So yeah, that's what this did. I have to remove the white part. It has a head adhesive, and then I'll put it over each needle, each IV that I had or whatever. I had to put it over there to keep that area dry and shower. So I have a bunch of those. I don't really know what to do with it. I guess put it in my first aid kit. Hopefully I'll never need it. I'm going to donate this. This is Mandela Contact Nipple Shield. So I won't open it just because I want to keep it clean and sanitary. It is a clear, very, very thin nipple guard. So you put it over your nipple. It has little holes in the center so the baby can suck through this instead of directly sucking through your nipple. Unique shape allows more contact between mom and baby. I don't know what the actual point of this is. Maybe it helps you if you have so much pain that you're trying to keep the baby's lips off of your skin, but this will still hurt you. It also helps, I think they told me, if you feel insecure about the amount of milk the baby's getting, this helps you see what the baby's getting, supposedly, but I don't see how that makes sense either, because the baby will put that whole part of the nipple in the baby's mouth. So I'm still donating it. I've never used it. Another nipple. I got a bunch of these blue pads. A bunch of these blue pads. So what I did, what they did is they would open it up and lay the baby on there and change her diaper. It's so funny. She was this new thing, but she never felt like those newborns that are so fragile that you're afraid to touch them. She never felt like that to me. I mean, she was almost 9 pounds, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I used them when I got home. I put this over the bed and changed her over it, and then I stopped. I don't know what I would do with this now. Maybe it could be Pablo's wee-wee pad. I don't know though. I don't know. This is numero uno. If you are about to give birth, make sure you get as much of these as you can. These are panties. They are shaped like little shorts and they stretch forever, and they are so comfortable. They feel as light as air. It's like you're not wearing anything. I love them. I love them so much. I used so many. I had no idea I had this much left. I have like 10 left. Very happy about it. They are very comfortable. So, you know, they covered my cesarean and made it possible so that my cesarean can breathe and, you know, get fresh air, and that's how these cuts heal. Anyway, really comfortable. Rack up on these if you can. Every day, they'll give you more and more and more if you ask. So just ask. They do disappear like air in the wash because they are so thin. Eventually they start breaking up and they just, you know, they become useless. But while you have them, they are excellent, very comfortable. A toothbrush and fresh mint toothpaste. I use electric toothbrush. I've used electric toothbrush for years, so I haven't used a toothbrush like this in ages. I do, however, use this type of toothbrush on my tongue, but not on my teeth. Once you start using an electric toothbrush, you realize that this is what clean is, and there is no going back to this. Not for me, at least. I am gonna upgrade though. I have a regular Oral-B electric toothbrush that just has a power button, but I feel like it's too aggressive for my teeth. I recently had my 6-month checkup cleaning, and she recommended Oral-B Genius, so I'm gonna get that. Let me know if you want to see an unboxing, because I'm trying to do as many videos as I can every week, at least 1 or 2, so every little thing I can show you if you want to see it. Anyway, the dental hygienist, she's dope. I told her she should get a YouTube channel, but she won't. She said she doesn't like people. She seems lovely to me. More witch hazel wipes. Oh, I got so many of these. These are Mandela. Oops, it's too bright, you can't see it. These are Mandela Tender Care Lanolin advanced nipple therapy. So soothing relief for sore nipples, safe for mom and baby, all natural ingredients, glides on smoothly and gently. All that is true except to say for baby part, because if your baby has eczema, this is no good for them. I did put a little bit of it on my nipples. I just wanted to try it out, and I put some on my lips because it felt really thick, and I think maybe my lips were chapped, or I was trying to condition them overnight or something. I don't know. I have a lot of these too, so I will be donating these. I wish I could donate things with a little note saying, make sure your baby doesn't have eczema. I have a lot of those, way more than that. They're in here at the bottom of the bag somewhere. See, lots more in here. Oh, yeah, okay. So I have a lot of these as well. This is Castle Soap Concentrate. So, yeah. I remember Shameless Maya did a video a million years ago. By the way, blessings to her and her family in Sweden. Oh, it looks so blissful, her life. Anyway, she liked Castle Soap. She recommended it, and I used it, and it was just so intense that I had to stop. I have it still because I use it sometimes over the sink. If I buy something from the Goodwill and it looks like it needs to be hand washed, I quickly hand wash it with that soap because it's intense. And I think that it says on the back that you could use it for laundry. Anyhow, it was too much for my skin, and this is the little packet versions of it, and I'll keep it just in case, you know, when I run out of my Castle Soap, I'll use this to do my laundry. My hand washing laundry. There's more comfort gels for the boobs, for the nipples. What else is in here that you have not seen? There's also Cardinal Health Cold Pack Instant. I'll keep that in the first aid kit too, just for a headache. If you have a fever, it might help. It's good to have these things around the house just in case. Even though I also have cold, like, frozen peas for the head, for fever or whatever. More nipples and more cups. The last thing that's in here that you haven't seen, let me just make sure. I don't want to leave anything out. Yeah. So the last thing that you have not seen is another favorite of mine. It is, I didn't even know I had these in here, or else I would have definitely put them in the bathroom. So the last thing is Gentle Rain Extra Mild Bathing and Hand Washing Sensitive Skin Moisturizing Body Wash, Shampoo and Hand Wash for full body bathing and dry or sensitive skin. So because this was given to me by the hospital, the brand is Coloplast. Because this was given to me by the hospital, I thought it must be the safest thing I can use. It has to be the safest thing I can use on this cut. The cesarean surgical area was the biggest fear. Like, my biggest fear was related to getting that area infected. I was so scared of getting an infection and having to go back to the hospital. I don't like being at the hospitals. I don't like being there at all. And I was just really scared. I have high anxiety when it comes to my body, things done to my body, things, you know, like I've explained that in the past, and and so I stuck to it. I only used it religiously until I healed. And I have more, so I'm gonna make sure I leave them in the bathroom. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure it's not true. I'm sure you can use your soap, your gentle soap, but that's how I was on it. I was afraid, high anxiety those couple of months. It was amazing. And yes, that is it. Everything else in here, the little bit that's left, is everything you've already seen. Oh, there's one thing that I need to say. I don't want you to forget. The paper, blue or pink, they give you depending on the gender of your baby or what they consider the sex of your baby, whatever. The paper that is, for me, it was pink, and it said Sol Chevalier and her birthday and her birth weight and all that. I left it. To this day, I'm heartbroken over it. I can't even think about it without my stomach hurting a little bit. I did take a picture of it, but I wasn't thinking. I would love that piece of paper for her year 1 album. Oh well, I don't have it. I'll move on. But you still have a chance. If you are giving birth anytime soon, store it in your brain. Keep it. Keep that paper. Take that paper with you. It is meant for you. I can't believe I left it. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you soon. Peace.